So. Cool.
For sure, we should be on in about 2 minutes. All right, we started streaming now.
Against the Ropes podcast.
Well, went back against the rope. He's desperately trying to
Against the ropes, number one.
Ali won't extend himself while out against the rope. But Ali still tries.
Against the ropes. All right, Mayweather back into the ropes. He's in trouble now as the market falling once again. He catches him and now tries to go to work against the ropes. All right, hand sent Mayweather back into the ropes.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Against the Ropes podcast. I'm Gio Garcia here, alongside Christian Mosqueda, AtR podcast number 107.
Is that the temperature?
Man, seems like it, huh?
Yeah, it feels like it, man.
Yeah, happy Sunday, everybody. We have a special edition episode. A lot of stuff going on in the world of boxing, in the world of sports, right? And we do have a special guest here joining us on the phone, Chris.
Yeah, we have, a past guest on the show, a great friend of the show, Mr. Arnold Barboza Jr.
Welcome, sir.
Hey, Arnold, thanks for taking the time to come talk to us. I know you're working right now. You're on the treadmill. You're telling us, right? Putting in.
Yeah, no, I'm done now. Like, I just, it's up to you. Like, take care of you guys are ready, so.
Yeah, appreciate it, man. Appreciate it. So, like Gio said, this is a big week in sports as a whole, not just in boxing, but as a whole. And but yeah, let's start with you, man. Dude, when we heard that you had that fight sign, we got happy, man. We know it's a long time coming. We know it's 2020 has been a little,
Yeah.
off the rails and stuff. And we've had you on the show, and we talked about those big wins that we had, and it seemed like you were poised to have a fight, soon. And so tell me, how does that feel to finally get that phone call that you got to fight?
Oh, man, it's relieving, We thought we were going to fight in April. Of course, all this happened. And then we heard June, started getting ready, didn't happen. Then we heard July, didn't happen. So we've been literally training all year, man. Like, literally been in the gym. Like, I haven't, I've been sparring, I've been, working, grinding. So to get this, finally get the date, signed, it's oh, man, it was a relief.
Yeah, so you had a great 2019. You had 3 victories, 3 by knockout. You beat some pretty good names. How anxious were you to get back in the ring, man? Like we said, first appearance of 2020.
Oh, man, anxious. I'm trying to keep this momentum going. I have great momentum. I'm trying to keep it going. But the pandemic really gave me a lot, to work on as far as my technique and everything. So I took it as all right, it's happening, but our technique kind of work to do different things.
Yeah, and you said the weight is good, right? Everything's good?
Oh, dude, man, weight's good, dude. I'm telling you, I don't think, I don't know, man, like I don't know if people see what I pose at, the way I eat. I was eating last week, and I'm eating today. It's crazy, man. I feel like it's not even 5 weeks, to be honest.
Man.
How frustrating, I guess, has it been, not as a fighter, not having that income of that fight? I mean, a lot of the boxers depend on their fights, to win their substantial income. How difficult has that been, particularly to you?
You know what? It's been good, man. I mean, it's been tough. Good thing I save my money good, and my father guides me through all this stuff. So it's been good, man. But it's been tough. It just started getting ready to the point where it's like, man, like I need to get a fight already. To be honest.
Yeah. So you're fighting. I guess this opponent, which we don't know a whole lot about, but have you done your research on him? What can we expect from him?
Hey, you know what, man? He's very tough, man. You know what? He's a very tough fighter. He's gonna come to win. He's 29-3. He's beaten. If you look at his box record, he's upset. Some undefeated fighters. He's fought a lot of tough fighters. So it's definitely not gonna be an easy fight, man. He's a little bull. He comes in and he just tries to break you down, but. We studied him a lot. I studied him a lot. My father studied him a lot, and I feel like we got the perfect game plan for him.
Hey. So very big card, Arnold. Very big card. The undercard of Jose Ramirez and Victor Postol. A fight that's been postponed, so a lot of people were looking forward to that one. And a big undercard, man. Yeah. Just how does it feel in general to be in a card like that on national television? A lot of people are going to be watching in this pandemic. Everybody's kind of, just watching TV, trying to be entertained. What can we expect from you, and how does it feel to be on that big card?
It feels good to just be on a card. To be honest, I really don't care who's on the card. Because it's not my business. They're gonna do what they gotta do. I'm gonna do what I gotta do. I'm there for one reason only. I can come out with the victory, get paid, and come back and see my family. I don't really get into too much of the hype of the card and who's on there, who's not. But I'm happy just to be on a card, man. I'm happy just to be back where I belong. And I've been training hard, man, and everyone's gonna see that on Saturday.
Hey, so
3 knockouts in a row. You going for the 4th?
Oh yeah, of course. We train. We train for for the whole length of the fight. But if the knockout comes, it comes, man. I've learned to be patient. And my father's taught me to be patient and not to look for the knockouts, and then that's when it doesn't happen. So just let the knockout come to me.
Nice. Yeah, so you're in that 140 division right there with those guys, and if they put you on this undercard, is because there's plans there for you. Do you want to take on the winner of those two guys if that comes down the road?
To be honest, man, I'm really not. I'm really done. Talking about Jose Ramirez and fighting him and Taylor, because I feel like they already have their future planned out. I think that them two are gonna meet each other after this fight. I think they're gonna unify. Be fight for undisputed, and the winner hopefully moves up and vacates the belt and let us fight for it. Because I feel like right now the 140 division is like a line. We're all just waiting for them to. Because they have 2 and 2, so it's like not the belts are not spread around, so not like we can go and fight somewhere for another battle. It's like we're waiting on them to. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So we talk about those politics. There's certain things you can control, and there's certain things that are out of your control. What can you control? What do you want to keep doing so you can keep your name in that mix down the road?
Just my performance, man. My performance. Keeping. Keep on improving. Keep on taking steps forward and keep on beating. Next level fighters. Keep proving myself. There's nothing else I can do right now. Like you said, that's something that's out of my. My authority. I can't make the fight happen. Unless the big dogs want to do it. But my time has come. Top rank preaches patience to me, and that's what we're doing.
Yeah.
So why should people be paying attention to Arnold Barboza Jr. come the 29th?
Because I train hard, man. I grind. I'm a grinder. I'm a grinder. I train hard. I work. I stay in the gym. And I'm an exciting fighter. I'm a TV-friendly fighter. And this fight is gonna be a war, man. This guy doesn't take steps backwards, and I don't either. So we're gonna see what happens on Saturday.
Yeah. Hey Arnold, we were introduced to you. Not gonna lie, one of the commentators said this guy's good, but he doesn't have a whole lot of knockouts. Dude, since we've seen you, you've done nothing but knocked out people. So, I mean, it's crazy how you're going on this streak. Gio just asked you that question before. Are we gonna see a knockout? Do you have a prediction for the knockout at this moment?
honest, I don't. You know, I feel like I'm gonna get him out in the later rounds. You know, I'm gonna have to break him down. You know, I'm gonna take his soul, basically. You know, like let him know he's not gonna hurt me. He can't. You know, he's not gonna do anything like that. So we're gonna break him down. You know, but like I said, if it goes the distance, that's good because we haven't won 10 rounds in a long time. So we'll welcome the rounds as well.
Yeah, Arnold's like, I haven't fought any rounds in 2020. I'm trying to get the most out of my purse. Okay.
Yeah, switching gears a little bit. Are you hoping the Lakers do the same with the Trailblazers?
Ooh.
Oh man, also, dude, yesterday pissed me off, bro. Like, dude, I get stressed out watching the Lakers play, man. I don't do, you know, like I just couldn't believe some of the stuff, you know, like the play that sticked out to me the most yesterday, man, is when, you know, when the Trailblazers went like on a fast break and LeBron and AD are just walking back, bro, like they're not even trying to hustle back. And I'm like, dude, like. If you're tired, you know, like, take yourself out of the game or something. Don't get that. You know, I was pissed. And then they started picking it up. So I was like, man, like, thank God. Because I was already, like, texting people, like, man, damn, Lakers. You know, I don't want to say stuff, bad words. But fuck, dude, I was mad as fuck yesterday.
Man, that's how you know you're a fan. When you're getting mad, you're yelling at the TV. That's what's up.
Bro, I was pissed.
We grew up kind of spoiled, you know, with the whole Kobe and Shaq era, then Kobe and Pau Gasol. So, do you think they're going to take it this year?
To be honest, I hope they do, and I believe in them. I believe they can, but I just feel like, you know, the Lakers, I feel like we're missing that third guy, you know. I don't think we have, other than AD and LeBron, I mean, there's not really anyone else, you know. I mean, if LeBron and AD both have a bad game, then it's done, you know. Like, we don't have that third person, you know. Like, we had Kyle Kuzma is off and on, you know. Danny Green, I don't know why he's in the starting lineup. You know,
KCP.
I don't know, man. I just think we're missing that third, and those teams are stacked.
Okay. So do you think they get out of the round though? Do you think they get past these guys?
Yeah. Oh yeah. I think they get past the trouble. I think we make it far. I think we make it all the way. You know, and I hope that that we start catching our rhythm again. You know, because LeBron to me has kind of been off. You know, this whole bubble thing. Has happened, you know, but I don't know, man. I hope the Lakers pull it up, man, because LA, we need it. We need something.
Yeah, and sticking right now to the topic of the Lakers, you know, today is a very special day for Laker Nation, right? Kobe's birthday, man, and I'm so happy to have you on, bro. You know, it's, you know, you being a Laker fan, you being a Kobe fan. What is, you know, we talked about him before. What does his legacy mean to you, and how did you celebrate his birthday today? Even though if it was something small, how did you celebrate?
Man, you know what? Today in the morning I woke up and I just started watching a bunch of his stuff on YouTube. You know, like when he talks, bro, you listen. You know, he's just different. It's just, they don't make him like that no more. He was literally, you know, last was dying breed, man. You know, he just you know, has just instilled hard work in everybody that was around him. You know, and to be honest, man, today I couldn't celebrate, do anything crazy. You know, I'm training in camp and everything, but you know, they don't need to, man. He's not about. He wasn't about the celebration. It was about the hard work. So I feel like celebrating him was right now my little run on the treadmill. He's kind of like, hey, get it, man. You know, go get it. So
Mamba mentality.
There you go. Nice. Yeah, I was at the beach today, and oh man, I already knew I was gonna see a whole lot of Kobe 8s and 24s out there, and man, I was not disappointed. Nothing but purple and gold out there, and yeah, it's bittersweet, you know. But he left a lasting effect on this world, and not many people can do that. Not many people even get close to that. So, you know, just happy to have had him here as an LA guy for sure.
No doubt.
All right, Arnold, once again, thank you for being with us, man. But before we get out of here, one last message to the fans who are going to be watching you, man, on TV, on ESPN, come the 29th.
You know what, man? Gotta stay tuned. Tune in. You know, it's going to be a great fight, tough fight. It's going to be a great performance. I promise you guys that. You know, I've been training hard. I've been working hard. And let's get it, baby.
Let's go.
Hey, there you go, man.
Arnold Barboza Jr., ladies and gentlemen. And let me tell you one thing. I don't get nervous when I watch you fight, or I don't worry, because I know you got that mama mentality, man. So best of luck, and go do your thing, man.
Thank you, man. Appreciate it.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Thanks, Arnold. Thanks for joining us, man. And I know you're gonna put on a great show that night. It's a night full of boxing. We have boxing all over the country, and you're gonna be one of those fights that we're gonna tune in and watch. So can't wait to see you perform, brother. Best of luck. Just like Gio said, we do get a little anxious, nervous, like for certain guys that that been on our show. But with you, yeah, you're right, Gio. Like I have a little bit of, I have just that confidence in you, brother, and we can't wait to see that fight. I know you're gonna put on a great performance.
Thank you, man. Appreciate both of you, man. Stay working, stay grinding, man. It's been great.
Hey,
Thank you, brother. We appreciate it. Take care, and we'll see you, man.
Thank you.
Peace out.
hey, peace out, bro.
Yes, sir, ladies and gentlemen. That was Arnold Barboza Jr. joining us. He was just on the treadmill. So, he's getting ready for fight week. Gonzalo just checking in. He says, when does Arnold expect a title shot? And he kind of mentioned it, right?
Yeah.
He's kind of over talking about, the guys who don't really want to give him a chance right now, like Ramirez and Taylor, guys who kind of have their careers in a way planned out, trying to maybe unify those titles and undisputed, this and that. They're among, they're in those talks, and Arnold's just saying, you know what, keep waiting for my chance, and if they vacate and move up, then hopefully he gets that chance for the 140 title right there.
And that's the thing with boxing. Usually guys fight twice, maybe 3 times at most a year. He's well aware of how the boxing politics works, and he's got his eyes open. He put that scenario of if they were to unify and vacate, better for him and the others. Just kind of the way Terrence Crawford did it for those guys. And so, hopefully we do see him get a title shot. I think he's well deserving of it. His stock has gone up recently over the last 2 years. Pretty much, shutting the naysayers down, saying that he doesn't have a punch, that he doesn't have a knockout. He probably doesn't have the knockout punch, but he puts it together where he finds that knockout punch. And I know, Joe, you gave him one of the knockouts of the year.
Yes, sir.
Last year, vicious body shot. And so, yeah, we can't wait to see his fight. We know it's gonna be like he said, it might go the distance. He's expecting, a good tough fight from his opponent. And so, yeah, can't wait to see that fight. Can't wait to see what else goes on in that 140-pound division.
And we have another. We're going to have another gentleman here join us on the phone real quick. But before we move on, August 29th, like we said, Arnold Barboza is on the undercard of Ramirez and Postol. He's going to be fighting Tony Luis, who is 29-3. He's undefeated in his last 10 fights. So it should be a pretty good test for Arnold. He's still looking for that title shot. Let's see if those guys give it to him. But, yeah, that's going to happen the 29th. The Murataya brothers are also on the undercard. We're going to have them on tomorrow live at 7:30 p.m. So tune in for that. Javier Martinez, who just made his pro debut, is going to be on that. Chris Zavala is going to be on that as well. And Elvis Rodriguez, among others. So, yeah, stay tuned for that. Chris?
Yeah, no, it's going to be a stacked card. Like we said, I think this is this one rivals Golden Boy's card as the most stacked card of 2020. And a lot of good names, a lot of good, technicians. We're happy with some of the earlier cards, but, we also want to see that technique and that competitive spirit out there. So this is going to be one of those cards of 2020 that we should remember, and it should bring a lot of good action.
And right now we're going to go ahead and have Adan Ochoa on the phone. Adan Ochoa straight out of Compton. He's 11-1. His only loss coming to Blue Nose Lopez early on in his career. Yeah. He's been on a roll ever since. So, yeah, we're going to go ahead and get him on the phone. That fight is coming up September 5th, Chris.
September 5th, man. Yeah, that lone defeat, I think he learned much more from that than he had from his previous bouts. And it's made him a better fighter. I actually saw that interview that they caught where he caught up with Buddy McGirt, Blue Nose, and a lot of respect between these two fighters. And if y'all notice, Blue Nose, he's no average Joe, man. That's a good fighter who gave Oscar Valdez all he could handle that one shot that he got, and so
almost pulled off the upset. And so we have our guest on the phone. You want to go ahead and introduce him, Chris?
We got Mr. Adan Ochoa.
Yes, sir. Adan Ochoa on the phone. Welcome, sir. Welcome back.
What's up, bro? How you doing? Chilling, bro. All right, you. Dude.
Everything good, man. Everything good.
Adapting to 2020 just like everybody else.
Yeah, right. Yeah, so Adan, we have you coming up September 5th, man. I know your fights have been getting canceled just like most people's in 2020. It's going to be your first fight of the year, man. How anxious are you to get back in the ring? National television, man.
And how frustrating has it been, bro? Just seeing other fighters get in and fight and you just having to wait. How do you how have you cope with that frustration and of not being able to be in a ring?
Man, it was hard, you know. At one point I was thinking, you know, what is everything like come back, you know, questioning it. I know a lot of other fighters. I know some fighters who actually quit and stuff because of everything, because of how hard it is. But at the end of the day, you just got to be strong about it and just keep pushing, you know. That's what my dad told me. Just keep pushing. No matter what, we're going to get a fight. It's going to come, and here it is.
Hey.
So your first fight on national television, bro.
Damn.
How does that feel?
It feels good. It feels like it's a blessing from God. You know, all things and glory to the one up above. So it's just, my dad always told me that, like, you know, this stuff is gonna come, and when it comes, it's not gonna be by chance. It's not gonna be by luck. It's gonna come because it's destined to be, and here we are.
Yeah.
Now, let me ask you this, because you have a very tough opponent in front of you, very tough challenge. He's undefeated. What can we expect from you in that fight?
We expect me to outsmart him and outclass him. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna listen to my corner and I'm gonna make it my fight.
Definitely.
I respect what he's done, and I respect his record. At the end of the day, you earn respect by showing none.
Yeah.
Yeah, we talked about how your lone defeat came to the hands of Blue Nose, and it seems like that fight has made you a lot better, you know, a lot smarter, sharper, hungrier. What did you learn from that fight that has, you know, brought you to another level?
Learning from that fight is just that feeling I had. That's the main thing. I was like, man, I don't never want to feel this again. I'm never gonna go through this again, and I just gotta push harder and not mess around and do. But everything going on, like, I stayed more focused like that. With everything going on, the whole COVID going on, I've been more focused. I've been like all about myself, and it's kind of like it's easier this way to me.
Yeah. Have you faced any challenges besides trying to sign some fights? Have you faced any other challenges, maybe training during this whole pandemic?
Now, we kept training after when everything started. We just kept training like a couple days out of the week. We didn't train all the time, but it was a couple times where they kept calling my dad for fights.
Yeah.
And we just weren't ready because due to everything.
Mm.
And it was a couple times, and now they called us this last time, and we were like, yeah, we're ready.
And then your last fight, it was going to be there at the Hawaiian Gardens Casino, right? They canceled it like last minute?
Yeah, a day before the weigh-in.
Oh, man.
Man, that must be frustrating.
Yeah.
I mean, you've been in there. You sparred with guys like Oscar Valdez, Jesse Magdaleno, Leo Santa Cruz. What is your confidence level coming into this fight? You know, being in the ring with these guys.
Yo, I'm real confident because I'm working with new people now. You know, I left Mayweather because of the unfortunate events. I still love them. They still my family and stuff. But now I'm working with Clemente Medina.
Okay.
And he worked with those guys also. So it's different. It's learning more things, and I'm working also. I've been sparring with Carlos Castro.
Okay.
He's been teaching me a lot, and just having those people in my corner, having those people on my side it gives me that confidence also, boosts my confidence of learning from people like that.
Definitely.
Nice.
What statement do you want to make, man? ESPN, everybody's going to be watching. We don't know what's going to happen with the whole pandemic. We don't know if fans are going to be in the stands soon. We don't know if there's going to be another major lockdown. But as far as your next fight, September, what statement do you want to send out, man? Everybody's going to be watching.
I just want to show the world that everybody can do this as long as you stay focused, you stay hungry, you stay motivated. Don't let anything distract you. Don't let anything get to you or bring you down. No matter what, just always stay looking forward. Never look back. I want to show everybody that we could all do this.
Let's go.
Hey, there you go, Adan. You said it best there, man. You're already putting Compton on the map. You know, we wish you the best of luck. We know this is not an easy fight. We know it's going to be very competitive, but we know that mentality that you have. You have that war mentality, the not quitting mentality, especially this 2020 with what you just mentioned. We know it's not easy for especially guys that are up and coming. You know, that heavily rely on their fights. So we wish you the best, man, and we know you're going to do great. We know you're going to put on a show, so we can't wait to see that fight as well.
Thank you guys, man. It means a lot. I appreciate you guys.
We appreciate you too, brother. And before we let you go ahead and send out your shout-outs, bro, to your trainers or sponsors, your family, whoever, Doug. Shout-outs.
I just want to thank everybody. I want to thank God, first of all, my family, my trainers, my new team, and that's about it. All my friends, all the people supporting me, and sponsors will come again. But right now, I don't know about all that right now, you know?
All right. September 5th, ladies and gentlemen. Make sure to check out Adan Ochoa. Where can they follow you on Instagram?
On Instagram at ACO126.
Yes, sir.
Hey, there you go, man. That's Adan Ochoa fighting September 5th.
Straight out of Compton.
Straight out of Compton on national television.
Yes, sir.
Guys, know I want to miss this fight.
Thank you for joining us, Adan. Have a good one, bro, and we'll stay tuned, man. Thank you very much.
All right, you guys have a good one, too.
Thank you, bro. Take care.
All right, be safe.
Yes, sir, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah,
Adan Ochoa, September 5th. That's on the undercard of Jamel Herring and Oquendo. Another fight that's been postponed over and over again.
Yeah.
But that's going to happen September 5th. MGM Bubble, Las Vegas, Nevada. So stay tuned.
Doing what he just mentioned, dude, like these guys rely on these events, on these fights. That's their bread and butter, you know. And for guys like his age, you know, with 15 or less fights that are very depending on these fights, you know, a lot of them quitting, right? A lot of them quitting because
A lot of gyms closing. You know, it's tough.
You know, him not being able to take fights because of that closure of gyms and him not being, you know, at 100. Totally understandable. You know, it's like these guys are humans too. They have lives too, and so. You know, you want to give yourself the best possible, you know, position to be successful. And
to succeed.
So, yeah, I mean, so if somebody offered me a fight and I have nowhere to work with, you know, I'm just, I would think twice. But, yeah, I can't wait. You know, so happy that he got this chance September 5th on not just anywhere, national television.
Yep, MGM Bubble.
Yeah.
It's been hot lately over there in Vegas, I'm sure, at that bubble.
Yeah.
A lot of big fights, and Adan's going to get his opportunity to be part of that show, man. Best of luck to Adan, representing Compton. So, man, can't wait for that, man. That should be good.
It's going to be a good fight.
You know who's also supposed to be on that undercard? Jose Martinez from the Martinez brothers.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, I saw he was supposed to be on that card, so hopefully he redeems himself, right?
Yeah.
Last time he took a fight on short notice, and he was unfortunate, didn't get the decision, but he should be back on that same card September 5th.
Yeah, that was a close bout.
Yeah,
you know, close bout. I think he gave a good account of himself. But of course, we want to get on that W side, and hopefully he picks up a fight soon, and you know, and picks up a win. You know, you always want to have that winning mentality, you know, and you know, erase those doubts, you know, from previous fights. So.
Yeah, and a lot of these guys have had to take fights on short notice, man. Yeah. I'm very happy for the Murataya brothers, whom we're going to have tomorrow live. They've been training with Robert, and they also have a home gym, so they've been staying busy. Gabriel, it's going to be his third time, right? Third?
Yeah, third.
Third, yeah. El Maestro.
El Maestro.
Yeah,
okay.
So, and then Raymond Murataya is going to make his first appearance of 2020. What is he, 9-0, I believe?
Yeah, about there.
Yeah, but first fight of 2020, and they're going to be together on the same card. So, yeah, look out for that. The podcast will be live tomorrow, 7:30 p.m., so don't miss it.
Yeah, one of the things I'm going to ask them, you guys can tune in tomorrow, is how does having a brother on that card affect your fight if you're the second one to go on? Right, we've seen that with the Charlos and how that affected the other, and so I wonder if that's going to affect them in any way, shape, or form. But, yeah, the Murataya brothers, tomorrow, 7:30, you know. Got to move to Monday, first day of school for many people, right?
Yeah.
So.
And Gonzalo, why you delete your message, bro? Put it back up there. He asked if we think Arnold Barboza can beat Jose Cepeda for a vacant title. That'd be a good fight.
That's a good fight.
Yeah. I'm taking Arnold though. I'll be honest. I'm not the biggest fan of Jose Cepeda, but
Okay.
I don't feel like I've watched enough fights to judge him. But from what I've seen, I think Arnold can take him. I think Arnold is very, very underrated. On his resume, you will only see 10 knockouts, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Out of 23 victories. However, the first time we had him on the show, he kind of explained he had a hand injury that early on in his career, he got surgery, and ever since he's been knocking everybody out. So in this case, I truly believe it was the hand injury that was kind of getting in the way of those big knockouts. But he knocked out Mike Alvarado.
Yeah.
He got that bit vicious body shot, and then he also got the knockout at the LAFC Stadium, the first ever event there.
Yeah.
So he's been on a roll, Arnold Barboza.
Yeah.
So
I've seen Cepeda here and there. I think his best fight was against Jose Ramirez in
yeah,
Fresno.
yeah.
I think that
Yeah.
that was his best moments. But yeah, I want to say that one's like a 50-50. Maybe 55-45 in favor of
Yeah, very
Cepeda.
close fight.
Very
Very
close
close
fight.
fight, I think so.
But yeah, you can never underestimate anybody that's a Kobe fan. For sure.
Yeah, definitely.
For
right?
sure, man.
And big shout out to Mr. Andy Aguilar, who Cepeda's been working with him. So they've been working together, and Andy gets his fighters ready.
Oh,
so,
man. So there you go.
yeah, that
That's-
would be fireworks.
I'm back to
man.
50-50.
Man,
but
that's out the playing
Yeah,
field.
that would be a very, very, good fight for a vacant title if it goes down that road. Sometimes we see somebody fighting for a vacant title, you're like, this one would serve as a good, a good fight for a vacant title if it were to present itself down the road. So
Yeah, you're
that's a
getting
good question. Yeah, that was
shout out
good
to
one.
Gonzalo.
Yeah.
You're getting some shout outs here. Hi, Chris, from the chat. I don't know if you saw it. And
Yeah.
then Derek is here on the chat too. Shout out to you guys, man, tuning in. Right now, we're just gonna go ahead and move on to Just Boxing, right? Like my shirt says.
Just Boxing.
Shout out to Sean from Just Boxing Live. We're gonna talk a little bit about boxing. Chris, do you want to take a little break?
Let's take
Quick
a little
2-minute break, and then we'll be right back. We're gonna be talking Dillian Whyte,
Damn.
Povetkin, Katie Taylor, Delphine Persoon.
Persoon.
Right? Sean Porter returned to the ring.
Against Formella, yeah.
Our guy Clay Collar, 5-0, 2020. Yes, sir. And Joe Smith Jr. got another knockout, this time against a very, very good opponent.
Yeah.
And Leonard Alvarez. So we're going to take a quick break, grab some water, get some fresh air, and then we're going to be right back. 2 minutes, all right? Don't go anywhere. All right, so we're back, ladies and gentlemen. Quick break, man. Let's go ahead and get started with. Before we get started with our next topic, big shout out to Arnold Barboza Jr. Catch him August 29th, MGM Grand, The Bubble, ESPN. Adan Ochoa as well. Shout out to Adan Ochoa, September 5th, same place, same time, I'm sure, right? From Las Vegas, live. Make sure to tune in, ESPN. Big shout out to them for joining us
Well, I'll ask you first.
earlier. What's up?
Predictions for those two fights.
I think Arnold gets another knockout.
Yeah.
I think Arnold gets another knockout.
Okay.
I'm confident in that one, and I think Adan Ochoa outpoints his opponent.
Yeah.
Edward Vasquez, who's 7-0.
7-0. Yeah.
He's from Texas, I believe. But I think Adan will outpoint him, man. Like you said earlier, I think Adan has grown a lot as a fighter. I think he's trying to go more for the smarter game plan, right? Mm-hmm. He has 12 fights now under his belt, so I think he will fight a smart fight and outpoint Edward Vasquez. What about you?
Yeah, with Arnold, I'm going to say late knockout. I think he wants to get some rounds in. He did tell us this isn't an easy fighter. He's a game fighter. But again, Arnold, I think he's on a different level. So I say stoppage. I think he's going to continue that knockout streak. Adan, I think it's going to be a very competitive fight. I think, yeah, I agree with you. I think that one goes a distance, and I'm going to say that Adan is going to win the majority of those rounds, and he's going to have to do it so convincingly. But I think it's going to be a very close fight. So, yeah, I'm going to say Adan by majority.
Yeah, he's anxious to get back in there, man. And, yeah, that should be pretty exciting. But let's move on now to our next topic. Excuse me. There was a big fight yesterday from the UK, Matchroom Boxing, The Zone. Dillian Whyte against Alexander Povetkin.
Yeah.
We knew it was going to be a big fight. I predicted a knockout. I was hoping Povetkin would win because Dillian Whyte, it seemed like he was going to be in the way of that AJ Fury fight.
Yeah.
And my wish came true, Chris, and
Yeah.
I'm happy about it.
Yeah,
Tremendous fight.
It's the second time you messaged me something and that shit comes to fruition, man.
The first one was bad.
I'm starting to think you're psychic, man.
The first one was bad. I didn't want it to be real. It was the Jackson Mariñez, right?
Yeah.
Who we had earlier. When was this? Thursday?
This was Thursday. Mhm.
Thursday. Make sure to check that one out as well if you haven't already. We had Mariñez, Jackson Mariñez. He was live from the Dominican Republic, man. He's back home. He said they received him as a champion, and we all saw him as the winner, but unfortunately, we know how this thing goes, right?
Yeah.
Rolly's got the W on paper. But yeah.
Yeah, check out that interview. I got to put the subtitles because it's in Spanish, but very good interview with Mariñez. So stand-up dude.
Sorry, Derek.
Good guy.
Derek was messaging us because he was going to watch it on YouTube, and he's like, oh, never mind. I need to learn Spanish.
We'll put subtitles down the road, Derek. We'll
hire someone.
We'll hire somebody.
Once we get big,
budget.
we'll hire someone.
Yeah, but
Povetkin, yeah.
Povetkin versus Dillian Whyte.
He was dropped twice in the 4th round, came back in the 5th round, threw a jab, slipped to his left, uppercut, bam, one-punch knockout. That was beautiful.
Yeah, to me, that was one of the most beautiful punches I've ever seen. Like, set up, like, I think I messaged you and I said, like, he just threw a little, distracting jab.
Just enough to get Dillian Whyte distracted.
He got everything, dude. He got he must have scooped dirt or something. He got that whole uppercut in and dude, lights out. He's seen Dillian Whyte's eyes were out before he even hit the canvas, and
no need to count. Referee knew it.
And that's a great stoppage by the ref. He knew automatically that thing was over, and yeah, like you said, Povetkin dropped twice the previous round. It seemed like we were gonna see another. Povetkin, shortcoming, getting old over age, and Dillian Whyte just succumbed to that, that amazing uppercut. No one gets up from that uppercut.
Now you posted something on Instagram that said when they think you're not gonna pass a test and you get an A+. Are you talking about a PED test or?
Oh wow,
that's where I took it when I saw it.
Oh, you took it a little bit deeper than what I. Nah, just because
that was for the PED interim title, ladies and gentlemen.
Honestly, they're doing testing on Monday, so maybe we shouldn't.
You don't celebrate too early.
Don't celebrate too early. You never know.
Wow.
But if he comes out dirty, that's just gonna taint away from this 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 a great knockout, and hopefully everything comes out clean. Hopefully he's fine, and because I do honestly when you said that, like, yeah, I'm hoping Povetkin wins. Is because what just happened over this weekend, Dylan White finally got that blessing from the WBC saying that he would get a title shot, mandatory shot, everything, since he's been fighting it for like the last three to 4 years, and so you finally get it. You finally get the blessing, and then boom.
You know what? Somebody had something to say about this. Let me go ahead and play it for you guys, ladies and gentlemen. Here's the clip.
Yeah, I saw Whyte. Tell you the truth, I was so happy that Whyte fucking got his ass knocked the fuck out. You know why? Because he doesn't have respect for the fighters. That's what gets me pissed off. Yeah, I saw Whyte. Tell you the truth, I was so happy that Whyte fucking got his ass knocked the fuck out. You know why? Because he doesn't have respect for the fighters. That's what gets me pissed off.
So Andy Ruiz had some words to say, as you see there. He said he's glad Dylan White got knocked out because he was talking a lot of trash. And that's one of the talks as well. Dylan White had been talking a lot of trash on Instagram, on Twitter about Andy Ruiz, calling him fat, calling him this, calling him that. That fight would have been fireworks as well. They could still make it happen. And it would probably be more intense now.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I was gonna say that it seems like it's more doable now. These guys are both coming off of losses, and so they need something, a big win to catapult them over. And why not? Let's put them against each other. Yeah. Andy coming out that loss to Anthony Joshua.
Talking about Andy, let me go ahead and play this clip because
another one.
I saw this somewhere.
This can't be good.
I saw this somewhere. And I was trying to figure out if it was like recent or something. Here, ladies and gentlemen.
Everything post.
You guys want to see something crazy? You guys want to see something crazy?
Oof. I'm hoping that's his wife, bro. Like,
you guys want to see something crazy?
I don't know. Here's the replay.
You guys want to see something crazy? You guys want to see something crazy?
I don't know. Is this recent, ladies and gentlemen? I don't know. I just saw it like on Twitter or something. Somebody retweeted it. I don't know, but I don't know. It looks like, is Andy back to partying, celebration mode, or what? What's going on?
I mean, that's the thing that most people in the boxing circles, mention why he lost the title. It's why he was out of shape when he came for that title defense. And if he's back to that, then you know what? Our predictions about whether he would reign again is gonna stay how we predicted it. We kind of said, you know what, that was his biggest moment.
People still believe though. Some people still out there believe in Andy Ruiz.
The thing is, people are always gonna want to believe, right? But some people just know, like, if you have those kinds of distractions, if you're not taking the sport seriously, like there's 10, 15, 20 other guys that are working harder and they're not, they're respecting the sport. Boxing's gonna, reward those that respect it. And so if he's out partying, it's his life, but boxing takes dedication. It takes focus.
Is life.
Boxing is life. And so, yeah, I mean, if he's partying, then you can party, bro. You can do whatever you want with your life, but I don't see you regaining the title anytime soon. Maybe ever.
Let me read a comment here. A guy by the name Gary or Jerry. He's asking, did you guys go to Poly? No, we did not, sir. We went to Milliken High School, actually down the street. We're down the street from Milliken right now. Yeah. So yeah, shout out to the Rams.
Shout out to the Rams.
But
the Milliken Rams, not the LA Rams.
Both. Why not? Why not, man? But yeah, we've been going recently to the Jackrabbit Boxing Gym. I don't know if that's why you ask, but we've been going there recently, taking a lot of footage. A lot of those boys will be making their pro debut. The ages range from 16 all the way up to 27, right? There's 6 of them. Ashton Silv, Sincere Brooks, Andres Mendoza, Nehemiah Williams, a.k.a. Nemo, the Professor, Javion Cardinal. Hez is fighting too, Anthony Hez. I'm pretty sure I got all of them. Hopefully I didn't forget anybody because they're all 6 cool peoples. Yeah. We're going to be back this week, I'm sure. This upcoming week because it's fight week. And we're going to be taking a lot of footage there from the Jackrabbit Boxing Gym in Eastside Long Beach, man. Stay tuned for that. They're going to share out the link to the live stream. Is going to be live from Rosarito, Mexico. But if
Yeah.
you guys follow LB Jackrabbit Boxing on Instagram, that's at LB Jackrabbit Boxing. They will have the live link to it, so stay tuned to that,
Yeah.
man.
And for those people that don't know, the Poly Jackrabbits, they boast the best, athletes in the nation. And so it was just a matter of time before someone came in and decided, let's put these kids into boxing. Let's use their athleticism to try to do something. And this is what Trevor and Ivan are doing here. And so I mean, it's not easy. It takes a lot of work. Not everybody makes it, but I mean, they're doing the right things, and it's gonna be a great night of boxing in Rosarito, Mexico, and
August 29th.
August 29th, and then it's gonna be a show for sure.
Yes, sir. So anything else on Dillian Whyte against Alexander Povetkin, man? Povetkin gets a big W, knockout, tremendous knockout.
Yeah, it's a big win for him. We'll see where this takes him. He's now the mandatory right to one of the belt, and so we'll see where this takes him. Again, he has another test he has to get passed on Monday with the drug testing. For Whyte, I don't know if you saw the post fight. He asked Eddie Hearn, his promoter, that he wants that rematch right away in December.
Yeah. They have a rematch clause.
And so, he kind of brushed it off. He's like, what, this is the heavyweight division. It happens. I want that rematch right away. And I'm sure he's gonna get it. It's gonna be, another opportunity for him to just avenge this loss, which was brutal. But I think he should not. He should let the Furies and the Joshuas and the Wilders, just duke it out. Let us see those fights, and he's got Povetkin problems now. So that's all I want to say about Dillian Whyte. Yeah.
Man, crazy knockout on that undercard. We didn't get a knockout between the co-main event. Katie Taylor, Delphine Persoon, the rematch, first one, right? We thought Persoon made it close enough, and we actually thought she probably pulled it off, right?
Yeah.
Very close fight. Second fight, Katie Taylor outboxed her, in my opinion, from what I saw. Close fight again. Delphine Persoon came out throwing punches and bunches.
Yeah.
Very good stamina, but I think Katie Taylor is counterpunching. She was trying to box. She's fought very well. I think she pulled it off once again. I'm pretty sure most people would share that same opinion, right, Chris?
Yeah, this is the fight that I told you. This is the first time I actually missed a crowd, and I'll tell you why. This is one of those fights I'm watching a good fight, but that a crowd being there would have, maybe have made Katie Taylor a little bit more courageous in fighting. Maybe not, the best strategy for her, because she stuck to her game plan. She just boxed her and outboxed her well, moving well, avoiding punches, more accurate, more crisp. But I just know it was one of those fights where I was like, people wanted to see this fight, this rematch. Like a lot of people would have, attended this Dillian Whyte Povetkin fight just to see these girls fight, because these girls they're the ones that kind of made another statement for women's boxing. It was the darling of boxing and Katie Taylor, one of the most gifted technicians, against just a volume puncher and Delphine Persoon. And you saw that Persoon was trying to make it like a phone booth fight, right? Trying to make it a trench fight, and to no avail, because Katie stuck to her guns and stuck to her game plan. But it was still a great match. I jokingly said to you, right, Gio, that Katie wasn't in no phone booth this time. She was making long distance calls, and she was just outboxing, and she did what she had to do. Still looked clean, still looked good. But man, that first fight was pretty good. I feel like that Delphine Persoon kind of took her heart in the first fight, and the second fight was all Katie Taylor.
Yeah. So, yeah, definitely I agree. Katie Taylor, it was her fight. But I feel like we shouldn't discredit Delphine Persoon's effort in the first fight, right? It's kind of like the Jose Luis Castillo thing with Mayweather.
Yeah.
A lot of people want to say, oh, well, Mayweather beat his ass in the second fight. True, but that doesn't erase the fact of what happened in the first fight, right? First fight, we thought Persoon pulled it off. Big credit to her. This time around, I feel like Katie Taylor boxed a lot better. And she was able to win, but we still should give credit to Persoon for both fights, really.
Yeah.
Even though on paper she lost both, but She's a very good fighter, man.
Yeah,
I really like her.
Would you like to see a third fight? Do you think a third fight is warranted or no? Because it's 2-0 on paper.
Man. If I'm in Persoon's corner, I want to say yes, because I'm pretty sure she doesn't get that many big opportunities, especially in women's boxing, especially being from Belgium, right? Especially amid this whole pandemic. So if I'm in her corner, of course I want another fight with Taylor.
Yeah.
If I'm in Taylor's corner, no.
Yeah.
Because it's going to be, and you even saw her after the fight, physically demanding. She was exhausted. She was tired. And why not just match her up with somebody else? You know, I'm pretty sure the third fight she'll win again. But why put your fighter through hell once again, right? We know Persoon is going to bring it no matter what.
Yeah. To me, it's just it sucks that person didn't get that first one, and she was so deserving of that win, that first fight. And this one, she clearly came up short. I don't think anybody can argue that Katie Cesar didn't do her thing. It just sucks that we didn't have a crowd. I feel like that crowd would have really changed, this fight and made it just like the first one.
The 80 Square Garden, huh?
The 80 Square Garden. I think just there not being a crowd, Katie Taylor was able to just stick to her boxing. There was no outside noise, no crowd chanting for Delphine Persoon. Because there was moments I was like, man, if that crowd was there, people would have, cheered Delphine Persoon, and she would have gotten even more motivated. And I think Katie would have gotten courageous and would have traded, more as a slugger, more as a pressure fighter than a boxer. So still a great fight, still a good fight, So yeah, I mean, I would like to see it back if and when the crowds come back. That's for sure.
Yeah, so that was Katie Taylor getting another W over Delphine Persoon in women's boxing. Anything else that stood out to you in that card? AJ's reaction.
AJ's reaction was funny. It was funny when they were like, "Oh, AJ's like here in the Guardian." I'm like, man, of course he would be there. And a lot of people reposted his little laugh. That kind of just shows you like that it just shows you that Andy Ruiz, Anthony Joshua. There's a reason why these guys really do say that Dylan White is a bit of an asshole. He doesn't respect them, or I get it that it's a trashing game, but people really know when like there's people like outside of that match when they show respect, and it seems like. With Anthony Joshua, Andrew Ruiz, there's a little bit of respect there, I guess, after the fight. But with Dylan White, there's like no love lost. They really don't like each other. Kind of reminds me of like Caleb Plant and Benavidez. These guys just do not like each other.
Oh my God, I thought there was no more flights, dude.
For real, man.
These guys are loud. Turn it down.
Man, I'm gonna complain.
We're pretty close to the Long Beach airport, ladies and gentlemen. So you will hear planes every so often, right? I'm trying to pull up the Joshua clip. My internet's lagging a little bit, but yeah, I mean, I don't got much else on there. I'm kind of glad Povetkin got the W. Both of those gentlemen, like we kind of joked around earlier, but both of them tested positive once upon a time, so I don't particularly care for either. But I just didn't want Whyte to get that opportunity. I don't think he deserves it. I think he's a great fighter, but I do think he's a bit disrespectful, and he's tested positive before. And no, just let the big boys fight, man. AJ, Fury.
Do you consider these two like B level at heavyweights?
Yes.
Because I had no problem seeing them fight together. I think I was very excited to see this heavyweight,
I feel like
clash.
those are the best fights. The B level fights trying to get there to the top dogs.
Yeah.
I feel like that's when you get the best fights.
Yeah, I thought this was a good fight. I'd like to see them just with those other B level fighters, with the Chris Ariolas, with the the other names in that heavyweight division. But I say let the top dogs just battle it out, and you guys, fight each other out for a spot. But I actually enjoyed the fight. Very entertaining. So we'll just leave AJ and and Fury and the others to battle it out.
Are you still taking Andy Ruiz over Ariola?
Yeah, I think just that speed. Just that speed. But you never know, man. Like Andy, who are you taking?
Hey, man, I'm taking Andy, but that percentage just went down a little bit after the videos I just saw.
I mean, if Chris gets in shape,
we're not gonna spend time on this.
I was gonna say Chris hires
that's
it.
not even happening right now.
If Ariola handles the other Andy, then no.
But Andy Aguilar.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you guys want to see that AJ clip, follow us at like at againstdaropes. You guys can check it out on that Instagram. I posted on Instagram. That AJ kind of smirk. But yeah, let's talk about Sean Porter real quick. He was fighting an undefeated German fighter, I believe, right? Formella. And he won basically every round.
Every single round. Every single round.
He fought well.
Yeah, he fought well. Smart in there. Again, he's against a fighter that hasn't been really tested. Fairly unknown from Germany. This is a chance of his life to be shown on national television, and so he was fighting his heart out. I kind of thought that he would have gotten him out, but seeing that fight out, Formella was
he was tough.
Just a tough game fighter, and he wouldn't go away.
But anything besides that, kind of knew Sean Porter was going to win, even though he was in a fight an undefeated fighter, like you said, kind of untested. So no big surprise there, right? On the undercard, I didn't really catch it. I did see the Joey Spencer knockout. I was busy watching the ESPN fights, but I did catch the Joey Spencer knockout. That guy's a beast.
He's a young guy, up and coming. He's very strong, very very strong kid, very focused, and good win. A good win. Again, he's just young. He's putting these wins together, but he's very promising. So we'll see what else comes down his way.
Yeah, I wanted to catch the Sebastian Fundora fight. He's about 6'7". He fights at maybe 147, I believe, 54. I forget, but I didn't catch that fight, honestly. So I don't know the results of it because I was busy watching the man, the myth, the 2020 legend, Clay Collard, man. 5-0 this year. He has beaten 3 undefeated fighters, and he's been knocking everybody out, man. Clay Collard, if you don't know him by now, pay attention. We also had him on our podcast about a month ago, I would say, something like that. Clay Collard, who started his professional fighting career as an MMA fighter and has delved more into boxing lately. 5-0 this year, 5 wins. 5 great wins, and he's making a statement, man. He said he wants the big names. He's fighting at 60, and he said he could even go down to 54.
54. I think I said this. This is just the one guy that doesn't regret 2020. 2020 has been great to him.
2020 is not ready for him?
He's not ready for him, bro. Man, 5-0. Another knockout. And not just knocking out anybody. He's knocking out guys that are prospects, undefeated dudes. He's fighting, every month? Every 3 weeks, so he's staying like in people's ears and stuff, and so and knockouts. I mean, of course you want to get those W's, but when you get knockouts back to back to back, that's just gonna keep you in people's minds, and so do great year for him thus far. He did the he goes back and forth between MMA and boxing, but it seems like boxing has really been where he's had the most success, and so man. Dude, the sky's the limit. I wouldn't be surprised if we see him fight him next week.
Clay Collard, man, he was on the undercard of Joe Smith Jr. against Leonard Alvarez. I predicted a Joe Smith Jr. knockout, but that was a tremendous knockout, man. Straight right to the chin. No chance for Alvarez, man.
I mean, I think
too big, too strong.
I think Joe Smith just stays putting people through freaking ropes, huh? Man, that was
He doesn't like against the ropes. He likes through the ropes.
Man, I think we have to get a name switch. Dude, that was a great knockout. I mean, we've talked about how in these big fights where you have 2 big name fighters, top 5, top 10 in their divisions, it's hard to get knockouts against each other. And he got a great knockout against Leonard Alvarez. I think he's only been knocked out before by Kovalev only, if I'm not mistaken.
Kovalev didn't stop him, actually.
He didn't stop him? He just beat him?
Unanimous.
Yeah, so, big. Joe Smith, is back in the mix. Man, we'll see what other names he calls out. But, Joe Smith Jr., great knockout. We've always said that the European fighters of descent usually don't get the same love in boxing, right? They don't get the same support, marketing, but he's putting his name in the mix, and through this big knockout, I think this one's gonna cement him and put him in position for title shot. So see what happens.
Congratulations to Clay. Congratulations to Joe Smith Jr. And that's all I got on that card. I don't know. Did you want to mention anybody else?
Ooh, yeah. I want to mention one other person, and I'm not sure how much you want to talk about this, but somebody came back, right? Somebody came back at the advanced age of.
Oh, but that's not the same card.
Yeah, no, not this
But
card.
another card, right.
Another card. You know, Sergio Maravilla Martinez made his comeback in Spain. You know, in his corner, we had a good friend of the show, Mr. Tinin Rodriguez. And so, yeah, I don't know if you saw the highlights, Gio, but
Yeah, I saw the knockout.
saw the knockout. Yeah, I was able to watch the entire fight. Yep, I paid my $9.99. Couldn't find a link, so I just paid it. I was like, $10. Why not? So I saw the fight, 7th round knockout for Sergio Maravilla Martinez. Bro, I'm not gonna lie, I was nervous. The first thing I did was like look at the kneecaps, look at the knees, and see if he had that brace. He did have that brace. So I was like, I was texting Lily. Shout out to Lily from Chicana Boxing. I was like, yo, Lily, I was nervous, bro. I was like, because you never know. Obviously, he's fighting a journeyman, somebody that's not, up there in the rankings. But again, you never know. He's 45, 46, knee brace. You really never know, So, but yeah, he showed flashes of when, what made him, the kingpin of the middleweight division. But it's flashes. But again, he's 45, he's 46. He wants to call out the big names. But yeah, I think it's tough. I think he should pick and choose his opponents wisely. Because yeah, it's that age. But what did you think about that fight?
He won as expected, but yeah, I don't know if he'll be ready for a top-notch opponent, right? Just gotta wait and see. But I'm just glad that boxing was back in Spain. If I'm not mistaken, there were spectators there. There were a limited number of people who were allowed in the arena, so that's positive news for Spain.
Yeah. Yeah, for me, that the co-main event was good with the
Kiko?
Yeah, with Kiko, the other Sergio Espanol.
Martinez.
So it was
Sergio Garcia, right?
Yeah, and so it was a good. They had some good fights, good competitive fights. But yeah, we'll see what happens with Sergio. There's talk about some potential fights down the road, but we'll see. We'll talk to our friend Tinin and see what's coming next. But yeah, the emotion they showed at the end was evident. We had Tinin on the show before, and he's talked about Sergio's return, and a lot of people have been against it, and for good reason, not just because of the advanced age, but because of the knee surgery, and so we never really know how healed that is if it's 80%, 85, 90, and so yeah, we'll see what comes down the road. But I mean, to me, I'm just happy it erased at least a little bit that last defeat that he suffered. At least we look back now and we know that his last fight, at least he got a W. So yeah.
Yeah, that was Sergio Martinez. Gonzalo's asking, what do you guys think of Joey Spencer? We mentioned that a few minutes ago. He's a beast, man. Real knockout power. He can fight. He's still very young. He's good looking. He's marketable. He's been on a lot of the big undercards on PBC, so he's getting a lot of good exposure. And yeah, I can't wait to see what he does, man, because he's an exciting fighter.
He's at 154, 160? Yeah. I can see him down the road with the Kid Chocolate down the road. 4 or 5 years from now, maybe.
What?
Yeah.
Who's Kid Chocolate?
Not Kid Chocolate, White Chocolate. He said who?
I'm like, what? Kid Chocolate.
Kid Chocolate.
For retired life.
White Chocolate, White Chocolate.
Yeah, Nikita Bobby, another exciting prospect. I believe he fought, when was it? That recent DAZN card, right?
Yeah.
And he got a decision. Right?
Decision.
It was a knockout. Yeah. But yeah, White Chocolate, Joey Spencer. Some of the, I would say, bigger names among the under, what do you want to say, under
25?
Yeah, under 25. Yeah. And they get a lot of great exposure. So I'm actually excited to see what both of them can do. Yeah. White Chocolate, Nikita Ababi, and Joey Spencer.
Yeah. Yeah, those two guys, we'll see them down the road. Both have some similar traits, right? That power. Focus, good. They go well to the body. They're entertaining. They know how to talk. They know how to work a crowd. So, yeah, I'm excited for those two guys.
Definitely. Anybody else who fought yesterday who you want to mention?
Anybody else? I mean, I think we talked about the main guys that that made statements.
Yeah, and if you guys, if we miss anybody, and if there's anybody who you guys want to talk to us about, you guys can always DM us or comment on Instagram. We're more active on that. So if you guys want any particular topics, any particular fighters that you guys want us to speak about, hit us up. Let us know. As far as the upcoming shows, we're gonna have, like we said, the Gabriel Murataya, Raymond Murataya, the brothers, the teacher and Danger. Right, back to school. Right, back to school, back to the bubble, at least for Gabriel Murataya. Raymond, first appearance of 2020. The brothers are going to be in the same card. And before I forget, I want to send a big shout out to Puro Golpe. Shout out to our guys from Puro Golpe who do sponsor the Murataya brothers, as well as Neno, Saul Rodriguez, who's going to be with us on Thursday evening, 8 p.m., right, Chris?
Yeah.
Thursday evening, we're going to have Neno. Tomorrow, Monday, we're going to have the Murataya brothers live. So big shout out to Puro Golpe. Check out their shop at www.purogolpe.com. Follow them on Instagram at Puro Golpe. Show them some love. All right. And yeah, don't miss the show tomorrow.
Yeah. Now, to me, bro, I think I'm glad I had this is the first time in 2020 that I had the problem of like what fight to see.
Yeah, there was a lot of boxing.
There's a lot of boxing, and so like we were like, watching this fight, I didn't get to see that one.
I'm glad the Povetkin one was early on the day because it was live from the UK, and then the Persoon fight as well. So that was good. But yeah, I had one on my laptop and then on the TV, and I was kind of paying more attention to this one than that one, and yeah.
See, you have a whole station, bro. You have your TV, you have your monitor,
Let's
so
go.
you pick and choose, man. Some of us mortals only have our little phone.
The phone. Hey, man, I'm pretty sure somewhere down the future they're gonna do like a split screen type of thing on your phone, right? That should be a feature, right?
Man.
Where you could do half the zone, half ESPN.
Yeah, dude. Sometimes
Hey, man, don't trademark that. My idea.
Sometimes I don't even remember like which ones I'm paying for, like that show, Showtime, PB, like Fox, The Zone. I'm like, Jesus.
Sometimes you need friends with the passwords, dude.
I mean, we pay for each one of our own, right?
Of course. Why would we not? I mean,
Yo, what's your username, man?
come on, man.
30 minutes. 30 minutes before the fights.
I mean,
Man,
we all just use the same password, but I mean, come on.
Oh, that's funny. All right.
Yeah, man. But any last messages you want to send out there? It's gonna be packed, man. Boxing starting with the 29th is gonna be a stat card. So pretty sure we're gonna give you guys a lot of shows coming up, and then a lot of content live from the Jackrabbit Boxing Gym in Long Beach. Ashton Silva making his pro debut. He's gonna be big time. So don't sleep on him, man.
Yeah, no, just excited that that boxing's competitiveness is like it's we're feeling it now. Once you have multiple cards on, that means that we're getting those names back, and so just excited for the 29th. A lot of boxing. Barboza, Adan Ochoa. We got the guys from Jackrabbit, Ashton Silva, who's a hot prospect. We know that he was doing some
sparring Leo Santa Cruz.
Sparring Leo Santa Cruz. He sparred Sean Porter, who just fought.
Yeah.
And 16 years old. We joked, right? I was like, man, I think Ashton Silva can take, Sean's opponent, and you were like, oh, easy. And so just
no disrespect.
No
to
disrespect to
Formella.
Formella.
You guys will see it real soon.
Yeah, you'll see. And so just excited for the end of this month, and what's to come in the last of 2020, because 2020 has been a little crazy, right? For 6 months, like we had no boxing, and so just happy to have that boxing and those connections where we can see people grow, people finally get their opportunities to fight, finally get their money, those opportunities, that exposure, and so just happy to see some good scraps, and so yeah.
Yes, sir. Well said. And before we get out of here, I just want to thank everybody for tuning in. Shout out to you guys who tuned in. Make sure to tune in tomorrow evening as well. I know you guys aren't doing anything at 7:30 p.m. All right, so tune in. Murataya brothers should be a good one. They're fighting as well on that same card of Arnold Barboza, like we mentioned, and Jose Ramirez. So stay tuned to that. That should be pretty good. And for any other news, make sure to stay in tune with Instagram. Most of the news we post on our stories. So if you are not following us on Instagram yet, make sure to follow us. AgainsDaropes is down there. That's where you can follow us. All right, and make sure if you're not subscribed to the YouTube channel, make sure to subscribe. We're gonna have a lot more content coming up. So stay tuned, man.
Hey, final shout out. Happy birthday, Kobe.
Hey, 2-4.
24 forever, Mamba.
I'll see you there. Tomorrow's Mamba Day. 8/24, man.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I wonder what tributes they're gonna do. I think Snoop did one today. So that should be interesting. I haven't been paying too much attention to the NBA games, but I'm sure if there's games tomorrow, they're gonna do something special, or today as well.
Yeah, we see our background. Gio brought the shirts, the Brand USA 10, the Lakers 24, home and away, and we got our poster there. So, happy birthday to the GOAT. You know, the greatest Laker ever. No one will ever replace him. And so, happy birthday. And, his spirit will forever live.
Mamba mentality. I think that's all we got, Chris. I hope we didn't miss anything.
No, I think we're good, man.
I think we're good. Tomorrow, 7:30 p.m. Don't miss it. We'll be back. Stay tuned. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Peace.
Michael, you already know I said I'm a fun guy.
Hola amigos, soy Juan Francisco Gallo. Quiero mandar un saludo para mis amigos de Contra las Cuerdas, que se les muchas ganas, un abrazo, muchas bendiciones.
Shout out to Against the Ropes. You know what mine is? Let's box bitches. It's almost fight night.
Shout out to Against the Ropes. Thank you for the support. Keep doing your thing. You're doing a great job. So thank you and best wishes.
Against the ropes. Huge shout out to Against the Ropes. Against the Ropes.
Shout out to Against the Ropes. Thank you guys for the interview and hope to see you guys soon.
Against the Ropes, always doing the right thing.